Welcome to Golf Tips. My name is Trevor Moore, teaching professional with Advantage Golf Academy down at Cottonwood Coulee Golf Course, and we're back for a second week with Dana Gackle, Elevation Fitness and Crosstraining, to pick up a conversation we had a couple weeks ago about flexibility. We started with static flexibility or static stretching to gain some flexibility, which was sort of the old traditional holding type of movements, but you've got something new for us today to really maybe open their minds a little.
Right. You're right. We did talk about more of the static, something that you would do post-exercise, post-golf. There's also dynamic stretching, which is good to do before golf or before working out. It's not really that traditional holding. It's more of that warm-up movement. So last time we were talking about wrist movements of the holding that would be static. This would be more your dynamic, where you could take your golf club and you're just rotating that club. So not only are you working on your wrist, but your entire arm right up into your shoulder, and it's just that warm-up type of
so it's not
flexibility
isolating anything, it's really working the whole body, which is what the golf swing is. It's a very dynamic movement, and it should involve a lot.
Right.
But it's also it's warming all the muscles up, which is a
when
big
you
key.
see how it works right up into your shoulder. It's
gentle, continual. Now, as you do that, would you slowly increase the range of motion as you're going a little bit, or the speed
as
maybe?
you're kind of going along, you can go a little bit deeper. And again, that'll also help with that flexibility. So it's warming that up and increasing flexibility.
Excellent. Well, we also talked about sort of getting in and turning and holding the positions with maybe some dynamic stretching for our core or our lower back. You have some dynamic versions of that for us this week. What can you show us?
Well, we talked about the static versions of that the last time, where it was the holding. So you can do the same kind of, where we're holding it the same, but getting into more of the dynamic would be bringing your lower body into play.
Heel to head, whole body's going, isn't it?
The whole body's moving, and it's not really holding, and then you can go a little bit further and still increase that flexibility. It's just more of that movement. It's the same type of movement. It's just not the holding movement, but it's extending and stretching and being more flexible.
So last time we talked static, this time we talked dynamic. There's a specific timing and usage for the two. Where would you recommend in a person's warm-up routine before playing, or maybe at the gym, where would you recommend they incorporate static versus dynamic, and what are the purposes?
For sure. They do go hand in hand. Your dynamic is good to do before playing golf or working out at the gym, because it's more of that warm-up as well as gradually increasing your flexibility. Your static would come after. And that way you're holding those poses and you're trying to increase your flexibility. Once your body's been really warmed up and moving around, that's where that would come in.
Gotcha. So pre-round, warm up the body before you stretch it really is sort of what you're doing. You want to get the whole body temperature up, all the blood flowing, the body moving. If you're looking for big flexibility gains, it's all about those holding and static stretches at the end.
Right.
And that's when you want to do that after you are warm. So
right.
You got to marry the two together. Static stretching, dynamic stretching is the first marriage, but the second key is strength and flexibility. We said it last week, no one over stretches and under strength trains.
No, it's the opposite.
The opposite. Yeah, we see that in golf as well. So you've got to get the body on board, everybody. Think flexibility if you're looking for more power. Tiger Woods pioneered power on the PGA Tour with his fitness, and that was through both strength and flexibility. Take both elements out to the range, to the gym, get your body on board. We'll see you next week.